Don't let the mundane get you down. The Babylon Matrix, and you can see a glossary of my eccentric terms like Babylon Matrix on the homepage of the site. But the Babylon Matrix immerses you so often in the mundane, forcing you quite often to major in the minors, dealing with mechanically resistant tasks like malfunctioning digital devices. One of the worst things is calling tech support, trying to balance and budget and pay bills, home and car repairs, putting out small fires at work and with relationships. The stress of becoming immersed in necessary busy work can make junk food and aimless web and channel surfing seem like rewards. You did not incarnate to be a worker drone willing to settle for inferior nourishment, but some days, urgent minor tasks and obligations overtake the time and energy needed for non urgent activities that provide deeper meaning, like creativity, self development, and high quality relationship time. Don't let the stress of the inevitable oppressiveness of mundanity feel like your personal failure. It's an inevitable aspect of incarnating in the Babylon Matrix, and we all have to struggle with it. Keep breathing and stay calm when immersed in it. And remember, this too shall pass. Right now, even if you only have time to read this one card, you have a moment of reprieve. And now you're going to see an ad if you look at the card. Just in case you don't feel like that, I'll describe it. It's a Starbucks ad that says, Remember Summer, big red headline, pink headline. And then it says, Introducing Mint Mocha Chip Frappuccino, which looks like an ice cream sundae. And then what we see is a bunch of young people jumping from a little cliff into a bay, looking like they're having a fantastic time during the summer. Some years ago, I saw a billboard ad for Starbucks in several locations in Seattle. The ad depicted the silhouette of teenagers swinging on ropes from high tree branches into a shimmering lake. I couldn't find that ad, but I found a similar one above. So it's pretty premeditated because they had different variations of it. The headline of the ad was just two words: Remember Summer? And then there was a photo of what appeared to be an ice cream sundae with whipped cream, a high calorie latte of some sort rising above a Starbucks to go cup. The ad is a classic message from the Babylon Matrix, and the key to deciphering it is to remember that ads typically work through punishment and reward. They manufacture suffering and suggest a pleasure you can purchase to relieve it. The ads occurred during the summer, so why did the headline say, Remember Summer? The intended market for the ad was hardworking commuters who weren't having a summer. They saw the ad as they navigated rush hour traffic to get to 9 to 5 jobs. I saw the intended punishment of the question because I was actually having a summer. Although I was 47 at the time, so this was 19 years ago. No age denialism here. There it is, 66. But I'm also using age advancing filters just so you know I actually look a lot younger than this. Anyway, I was 47 at the time. I was traveling out of a backpack, spent most of the summer sleeping under the stars, and experienced shimmering lakes that were not on billboards. I wasn't able to do this because I was wealthy, but because I was willing to deal with the hardships of adventure and was not willing to accept a 9 to 5 life. To be fair, I had no children or obligations forcing me to live a routinized life. The question and image on the ad were there to prick commuting workers with pain, to remind them of what they had lost, to remind them that summer and youthful adventure, if they ever had them, were now in the past tense. At best, a nostalgic silhouette of idealized memory. What's the answer to this suffering and sense of loss? a $6 ice cream sundae like cup of coffee to spike their blood sugar on the way to work, obviously. Don't allow yourself to be sold short and manipulated for rewards that lead to an early heart attack. You must deal with mundanity, but don't let it own you. Fight for islands of quality time when you can do what counts. That's often a struggle, but that struggle isn't your personal failure. When you have to deal with mundanity, don't approach it with the mediocrity it invites. Tackle it like a warrior with focus and discipline so you can get through it as efficiently as possible. We see the Fellowship of the Ring during its most dramatic moments, but if we observed them moment by moment, we'd find that most of the time they struggled with mundane and mechanical resistance, gathering firewood, wearily plodding along the path while being oppressed by weather and biting insects. And yet, even in those conditions, meaningfulness was still present because they were on their quest. If you follow your highest intentions, you are also on a meaningful quest. The swampy resistance of the mundane you must travel through is part of the resistance that makes your life journey a meaningful accomplishment. And then there are some documents I link. I would especially recommend pathfinding and day mapping, and also mechanical resistance matrix is another one. One way of approaching the mundane is to you can make a kind of sport or an opportunity for what Mihai Csikszentmihalyi called flow. You can look up that concept, or I've also got a card related to it. I can't think which one at the moment. But by trying to do even the most mundane tasks with the greatest efficiency possible, in this way you are not just kind of like half in, half out, and like, oh, God damn it, I got to do the blah, 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 the laundry or whatever. No, you can make these activities more fun. I mean, so if I'm doing the laundry, first of all, I'm listening to audio entertainment. So I never mind doing the laundry. But you can also make it into a little bit of an athletic event by like saying, how do I fold my clothes more efficiently and quickly, and this kind of thing. So this is the way to deal with the mundane, is take it on as a challenge. Don't like retreat from it. Don't let dirty dishes pile up and things get out of control and messy. Um, Everybody's got to deal with the mundane. Do it as efficiently as possible. And that way you don't have to feel like it's haunting you. It's accept it as something that is an affliction of the human condition and not just your personal burden.